Hey everybody, Darren with Everybody's Entitled My Opinion. How you doing? This is more of a fact than opinion. And fact checkers, you can check this every day of the week. I have experience with this in several ways. Okay. Yeah, sorry. All right. This new infrastructure bill, $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill they want to do in the Senate. These Democrats want to run. I'm all for infrastructure. Don't get me wrong. Let me give you a little backstory real quick on me. I used to work. I used to be a welder. I was a union iron worker. Um, I was a welder. I was an apprentice. I was good enough that companies called and asked, I need X amount of journeyman, X amount of apprentice, and Darren. Okay? That's how good at the job that I did was. They asked for me over certain journeymen. I'm just putting that out there. Yeah, I know. I look a little dirty. But I'm just putting that out there. All right? That was in 99 to 2001 when I stopped because work in the Roanoke, Virginia hall that I was in, local 697, came came to an almost an abrupt stop. And I was getting married to my first wife. I had to be a provider. So I ended up working at McDonald's. All right, and then I did work at a ski resort. Then when I stopped working in ironworkers, I ended up working at McDonald's, and then a fancy restaurant, and then it went from there. Okay, fast forward a few years, I worked for the state of West Virginia. Now, with my welding background, I hadn't touched a welder in a long time, but with my welding background, ended up building bridges for District 9 in the state of West Virginia. That is Greenberg County, Nicholas County, Monroe County, Summers County, and Greenberg County. All right, I lived in Greenberg County. And I wanted to be home every night because I had a little girl, my daughter, who, sometimes when I'm in this room, you can see her baby picture back over there. She's now 13. So, anyway, all right, this infrastructure bill is going to raise taxes on states that are material producing states. All right, Pennsylvania is steel producing state in the USA. Okay, I'm going to put that out there. But you also have places in Virginia like Roanoke Electric Steel. I've tied rebar from there when I was an iron worker. But when I was an iron worker, companies would go to the cheapest place possible. Sometimes we would end up with China steel or China made steel, okay? Their mix. It would be the correct formula, all right? I'm going to throw a number out here, and okay, it may be right, it may be wrong, I don't remember, so sue me because that's been many years ago. This is 2021. We're talking 21, 23 years ago. When I had to deal with this stuff a little bit. I'm going to say A101. Okay? Just for an example, A101. It's like a college course, A101. You go to Harvard, you go to your local community college English 101, Math 101 may be a little different, correct? Think about it for a second. Okay, correct. I guarantee they're different. Okay, you pay for what you get for. You pay what you get for. Sorry. Well, this infrastructure bill. Say this job calls for this new bridge. Infrastructure. Roads, bridges, buildings, toll booths. Yeah, everybody loves toll booths, right? Ugh. But still yet. But buildings for your internet providers, your Wi-Fi providers, your military stuff. Okay? All right? That's what the buildings I'm talking about. Say they call for A101. Get it from Pittsburgh, U.S. Steel, AK Steel. You're talking about a minuscule amount of difference. I mean, a minuscule, maybe 2 molecules, 3 molecules difference for your I-beams, H-beams, whatever you want to call them. But say that is, okay, say it's a I-beam 6x9, or say it's 6x20, okay? It's 6 inches by 20. A 20 is 20 pounds per foot. Or maybe per inch. I don't remember when I was building bridges, sorry. It's been several years and several beers and a lot of life changes. All right, but 6x9 is for your guardrail posts is 6 inches on your web and 9 pounds, I think, per foot. So say it's 6x20, just for an example, okay? I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Structural steel we're talking about. Say in the comments if I'm wrong, except for the A101, because I'm using that number for example, because really I don't remember. But anyway, say the 6x9 is worth $10 a foot, American money, okay? China says $8 a foot. Shipped here to the United States, $8 a foot. Well, 90% of your companies out there, 90% of the companies out there are going to go for the $8 a foot versus the $10 a foot. Because they don't care about quality, they want quantity. They want the cha-ching. That's $2 a foot. Okay? Say on one bridge that they have, they'll bid it at the $10 a foot. Say there's 1,000 feet. So they have $10,000 in the materials. That's a low ball number, okay? It's super low ball. I'm just using easy numbers for examples, okay? Say they charge $10 a foot for the material because they're getting the U.S. Steel or the AK Steel is $10 a foot out of Pennsylvania. Or Roanoke Electric Steel or wherever down in Texas, whatever, okay? $10 a foot, American Steel. For this 6x9, 6x20. All right. Now that's only going to be used for guardrails or some bullshit like that. 6 inch shit isn't used for any kind of main girders for nothing. But I'm just using it for an example. Okay, don't hate down in the comments. I'm just saying. But they're going to bid for that, but they're going to buy the China shit at $8. Well, right there they make $2,000 off the top at $1,000 a foot on the job. All right. China steel rots out faster, welds so much differently, and welds so much more shitty. I was a structural steel welder. I was a state certified welding structural steel welder with a stick welder. Okay? I've been there. I can tell when it's U.S. steel versus China steel. You can tell as soon as you strike an arc. You don't have to look at nothing else. Strike an arc and you can tell. China metal don't last. The only metal that lasts is the U.S. metal. And the only way the common person could tell if it's U.S. steel or China steel is underneath the bridge in the web of the steel, which I know you don't understand what I mean about the web, but in the web, what you can see, the big wide part, okay, it says product of the USA. It's the only way you can tell if it's United States steel. How many of you is going to go underneath the bridge to tell? You're not going to. You're going to say, hey, this is a new bridge. 10 years later, they got it shut down. Chinese steel. 30 years later, bridge being replaced. Simple as that. Hey, I ain't nothing but a village idiot. Ha! Not on this subject. This infrastructure bill needs to go down. Republican, Democrat, I don't care for that fact alone. And also, I did hear also that one of the taxes in this infrastructure bill is going to be that every person in the USA, rich, poor, middle class, whoever, anybody making $1 to $1,000 an hour is going to have to pay mileage tax on their vehicles. And guess how they're going to track it? More than likely from your cell phone. Oh, yeah. It's a coming. I guess my trips to town are going to have to stop. Talk to y'all later. Bye.